Hi there, I've called this podcast Technical Debt is Hiding in Plain Sight, because here I'll discuss the concept of what is called technical debt. Now this is a powerful metaphor. It relates regular debt to the creation or improvement of products and or services. You'll learn its evolution from humble beginnings in software development, yet it has today become a universal approach to project and business improvement. Although I will constantly refer to its first use in software development, I want you to be thinking here today about its application in just about any industry: electronics, aeronautical, aerospace, banking, pharmaceuticals, startups, and so on. Now, if you're involved in any sector, you need to listen carefully. Are you striving for an efficient, effective, and profitable business? Then stay tuned to the end of this podcast. I'm your host, Dave Litten, and today we're tackling a topic that's probably lurking in your projects right now. It's called technical debt. This is a sneaky challenge that affects not just software, but industries, as I've suggested, like aerospace, banking, startups, and more. So stick around to learn what it is, why it matters, and how to manage it like a pro. So let's dive in. What exactly is technical debt? Think of it like borrowing money to finish a project faster. Back in 1992, Ward Cunningham, a brilliant guy, coined the term. He explained why rushing code can be a strategic move. He said, and I quote, "Shipping first-time code is like going into debt. A little debt speeds development. And this is okay as long as it's paid back promptly with a rewrite. But here's the catch. If you don't pay it back, it's like interest piling up, just like charging things on your credit cards. That quick fix you wrote will end up grinding your entire team to a halt if you let it fester." Now, technical debt isn't just a software thing. Whether you're building rockets or designing electronics, technical debt includes any shortcuts or outdated solution. It lets you move fast today, but costs you tomorrow. It's universal, and here we are in the 2020s. It's a critical concept for anyone aiming to run an efficient, profitable business. So let's break it down by talking about technical debt types. First, there is what's known as intentional or strategic debt. This is when you deliberately take a shortcut. You use a temporary fix to hit a deadline, or it might mean testing a market idea before your startup runs out of cash. In other words, to fix cash flow. Done right, this could be a smart move. Second, there's unintentional debt, which sneaks in through sloppy design, outdated tech, or skipping tests. Think of a design that made sense 5 years ago, but doesn't anymore because your business or tech has evolved. And finally, there's unavoidable debt. You really can't predict everything. As projects grow iteratively, early decisions will normally need reworking as you learn more about what your product needs. So, what does technical debt look like in practice? Again, keeping to software, there is bad code design that's hard to keep and maintain. You have known bugs you haven't yet fixed. It may also involve manual testing, whereas automation would save time. Maybe you're stuck with a legacy system, like a mainframe running COBOL, with no COBOL experts left on your team. It's a poor integration process that makes every release a nail-biter, and these are all forms of debt that slow you down. Right now today, in the 2020s, I'm sure you'll be aware of the move from internal combustion cars to electric vehicles, and also the very innovative approaches that companies like Tesla are taking, while large legacy car manufacturers are struggling to keep up. However, back to the topic. Don't panic. Technical debt is manageable, but ignoring it, that's where things get messy. Now, technical debt consequences. First, there's the unpredictable tipping point. Technical debt grows non-linearly, just like the interest payments on your credit card. And one day your project may hit a wall. A small change becomes a massive ordeal, and chaos starts to creep in. Another consequence is an increased time to delivery. Every shortcut you took borrows time from future work, slowing down new features or fixes. Due to this, defects start to pile up. What about complex systems with heavy debt breeding bugs? These bugs can cause critical failures. They eat into your team's time for value-added work. But the costs don't stop there. Development and support expenses skyrocket as what was once simple tasks become complex. What used to be a quick fix now costs a fortune. Now this can make your product or service less competitive, less appealing to customers, and harder to adapt to changing markets. Predictability tanks, estimates become guesses, and trust erodes between your team, your business, and your customers. But it can get worse. Morale takes a hit too. Experienced team members even jump ship, leaving you in a deeper hole. And let's not forget your customers. They feel frustration when your product underperforms or worse, fails. Sounds grim, right? But here's the good news. You can take control. So let's talk strategy. Step 1. Spot the debt. Regular code reviews, automated testing, and tracking your tech stack can help you spot issues early. For non-software folks, this means auditing your processes or equipment for inefficiencies. Step 2. Prioritize. Not all debt is urgent. A security flaw? Fix it now. A clunky internal tool? Maybe it can wait. Try reserving around 10 to 20% of your project time for paying down debt, refactoring code, automating tests, or updating outdated systems. Step 3. Communicate. Get your team, stakeholders, and even non-technical managers on board. Explain technical debt in terms they understand, like how it saves money long-term or keeps customers happy. Use analogies, like comparing it to maintaining a car to avoid a breakdown. And don't forget to celebrate wins. When you clear out a nasty bug or streamline a process, give your team some recognition. It keeps everyone motivated. So here's 3 technical debt tips to stay ahead. First, build a culture of quality. Train your team on best practices, whether it's coding, engineering, or process design, in order to avoid reckless debt. Second, embrace iterative learning. As you gather feedback from users or markets, evolve your designs to match. Third, balance speed and quality. Sometimes a little strategic debt is okay, but always have a repayment plan. Technical debt is like that leaky pipe you keep ignoring. It won't fix itself. Yet with the right approach, you can keep it under control. This helps you build projects that thrive. So whether you're coding an application, designing an aeroplane, or launching a startup, understanding technical debt is crucial. Managing it effectively is your ticket to success. If you want to find out more, check out Projex Academy's Technical Debt Masterclass, where in addition to what you've learned today, you'll fully understand the root causes of technical debt, how to manage technical debt, making technical debt visible both at the business and technical levels, and vitally, how to service your technical debt. So that's all for today's podcast. I hope you're walking away with a spark of curiosity and some fresh ideas to make your projects shine. So until next time, keep engaging, keep building, and keep delivering projects that make an impact. So until we meet up again, from me, Dave Litten, it's bye for now.